Welcome to my channel. Yeah.
What's going on? Hey girl, hey girl, hey. What's going on? Hey girl, hey girl, hey. Hey, what's going on? Hey girl, hey girl, hey girl, hey girl, hey. What's going on? Hey girl, hey. What's up, girl? What's going on? And welcome back to my channel. Welcome back to Every J, where I give a little of me to you every Monday, Wednesday, and Friday. What's going on? If you have seen from the title, you know today is 5 tips for the entrepreneur. 5 tips for the entrepreneur. I know it's hard out here for entrepreneur. I get that, girl. Shout out to my ring light. Okay? Anyway, I know you come for one thing and one thing only, and that is to get these tips for small business owners. Look, I get it. It's hard. So I researched and got some more tips for you guys. I'm sure if you see me looking down, it's me looking down at my notes. Y'all already know, got iPads here, and I'm going to be looking at my notes. So if you guys are ready for this video, if you're ready for 5 tips from your girl, then let's get it. Let's get into the video. All right, so I'm not going to prolong this. I'm going to go in and hit these points and get out your way, okay? We can do the benediction, go eat some breakfast or some lunch, period. All right, so being an entrepreneur, it is a bit challenging. It's a bit challenging and it's a bit rewarding. It's a lot of rewards that comes with being an entrepreneur, and I'm sure you know of a couple, like being able to do business at your leisure. I don't even have to go any deeper into that because I'm grateful to be able to, if I want to take a break, I can, and get back to get back to my business later, you know? So I absolutely love being an entrepreneur. Okay, so tip number 1, see every challenge as an opportunity. Quick story time. Okay, so recently I had an issue with shipping, and the issue was that whenever these 2 ladies got their product, the ear candy was broken. I said, okay, cool. I could either wallow in the fact that the product is broken, or I can take this opportunity as growth, go back in, see what I did wrong, fix it, and grow. See what I'm saying? So what I did was I went on YouTube, I researched, I reached out to people in the same field, and I asked questions. I asked questions concerning me and the way I do my clay. And come to find out, there was one specific thing that I wasn't doing whenever you're mixing clay. Whenever you're doing solid colors, cool, they don't really tend to, break. But whenever you're mixing colors, like this, you tend to sometimes get crumbling if you don't package it well. So I had to up my packaging. Let me just go ahead and fill you in about the USPS. If you don't put handle carefully or fragile, they toss your packages. They might even throw your package to the door. Like, they are not careful. So you have to tell them, hey.
Don't mess this up. Come here. You break, you buy.
Period. So make sure you are telling USPS to handle your packages carefully. And you can also pay for extra handling, which I've heard different things about that doesn't usually work. Just put fragile on your package. But also, I took this little setback as an opportunity to grow. Okay, so that's tip number 1, to use every challenge as an opportunity and keep growing, sis. You got this. Tip number 2 is to simply innovating in every possible way. So cool. When I first started out, many can tell you, if it doesn't work, I will shut it down and try something else. The most important aspect of entrepreneurship is innovation, making sure that you stay fresh and creative. And a way to do that is, if it don't work, try something else. Ideas might not pop off in the beginning like fluent, but as you continue to go and grow and learn your craft, ideas, innovative ideas will begin to flood you. I'm telling you, whenever I started clay, my clay earring business, I'm going to show you some of the first ones I started with. One of the first earrings I made, what didn't come from a creative place. I didn't start to become very innovative and very creative with my craft until learning it, until getting in there, really diving in there. I didn't keep me not knowing this field, keep me from going into this field, keep me from being creative and being innovative. I jumped in there, and this is the first earring, one of the first earrings I created. You see how, just take a look at that. You see how this earring is kind of basic in a way. It doesn't really have any depth. It doesn't have really much. It's not as creative as my earrings now. Now I went from that to making earrings like that. Want to see the difference? So, innovation is a very vital part of entrepreneurship. In other words, keep going until you find that sweet spot, is what I like to call it. That sweet spot of, okay, I'm doing this right, let me keep doing this and building off of it. Because sometimes in the beginning, you might not have that punch to your craft, but keep going, and as you grow, your level of expertise will grow as well. If that makes sense, it makes sense to me. Do it make sense to y'all? All right, let's keep going. Tip number is, do not lose faith if things don't work out. Okay, let me tell y'all something. Before I was doing clay earrings, I launched my business with, this is a great story time. I launched my business with an online consignment shop, right? Cool. So I started that, and I wanted to do pop-up events. Woo. So I promoted for this pop-up event in Charlotte, okay? And one of my friends was so gracious to provide the venue for me. Beautiful venue, beautiful little space to have a vendor event at, right? Cool. So I did all I could to promote, and come time for the day of, there were people that said they were going to show up, and I'm not knocking them for not showing up. Things happen, people have things to do, stuff come up. I'm okay with that. I went in there, and guess how many people showed up? Three people showed up, right? But I didn't lose faith in the project. I didn't lose faith in the event that I was hosting. I could have shut down, I'm a failure. I could have felt like that, but I didn't. I seized the opportunity, and from me keeping the faith in that moment, I made more that day than I did when I went to a vendor event where I didn't host, but there were customers already there. People were already in place to come and shop. I made more with those 3 people than I did the next day, which was a vendor event that I attended. So I said that to say, sometimes don't look at the numbers. Keep the faith. Keep the faith. Another incident, which that wasn't an incident, but another story. Let me just say that. Another story was whenever I first started and I was doing the consignment shop, my items was priced at a price point that I thought was fair for, a small business. So I had blazers, nice, one-of-a-kind blazers that were at the time $50. Now, I've been to shops where consignment shops, consignment boutiques, where the items were 150 plus for unique items. I get that, okay, you're a small business. Some people think that you have to work your way up, but you pay for what you want, period. If you want them Jordans, you're going to pay $250 for them. Why not pay that small business owner $50? I ain't even asking for $250. I wasn't asking for $250. Anyway, that's not why I'm saying that. Why I'm saying it is those items didn't really get sold until I brought my price down to a level where people felt like, okay, now I can buy that. So I ended up just shutting that down completely. And I was like, you know what, this isn't working. Not to say that it won't work, because now I went back to the drawing board and I figured out that consignment might not be my area. It just may not be my area. And if Urban Outfitters is the goal, then I need to step back and plan accordingly. So I wrote this down and I thought it was pretty profound. To me it is. All ventures take commitment and multiple experiments before discovering something that will work. So now I know to, one, not go to a city that I'm not known in. Start out where I'm known. And you don't necessarily have to start out where you're known, but promote. If you're going to be in that city, promote in that city. So like I said before, find that sweet spot and grow on that. And something can happen from what seems to be the wrong move for your company. So build on that. All right, guys, we are almost done, but let's keep going because we have two more tips, and these are really good tips. So tip number four, the idea and the team around you is important. So I remember in the beginning, I was trying to do everything in the beginning. So 2018, I literally hosted a launch event, but I literally tried to do everything by myself. The idea of it all was very important to me. Everything had to work seamlessly. Shout out, Seamless Imagery. Look at these beautiful pictures. All right, cool. Everything had to work out seamlessly. And I thought that it would work out seamlessly if I did it myself. Wrong move. Don't do that. Do not try to do everything yourself. Don't try to do everything yourself, because you're going to burn yourself out and things are just not going to go right. And another story time. So I launched Conscious Mind back in 2018. I did a launch party for the earrings that I created. And girl, when I tell you, the day of, I had so many earrings that I needed to make. And on top of that, I was trying to make sure the venue was straight. I was trying to make sure the photo shoots could have hired somebody to do the photo shoot instead of doing it myself. I also tried to decorate the venue when the day of came. I tried to decorate the venue by myself. It was just a lot. It was a lot. I was doing a lot, and I was trying to do it by myself because I'm a perfectionist, and if it's not going to be done right, then I just do it myself. And I also don't have the patience. I didn't have the patience to articulate what I wanted so that I wouldn't be burnt out, because that next day I was burnt out and I made people feel like I didn't need them when that wasn't the case at all. I did need them, but I'm such a perfectionist that I felt like, okay, they're probably not going to do it exactly how I want it, so let me do it exactly how I want it. But no, that's not how it works. That's not how it works. And I now know that teams are very important, and I am for it all. My husband was telling me the whole time, even before then, before that day, he was like, look, you need to gather some people to help you make this day go the way you want to, instead you're trying to make it happen on your own, and that's not gonna fly. So I would say your idea is important, but your team is just as important as your idea to make everything come to fruition. Okay? All right, don't let me catch you out here in these streets trying to do everything. You trying to be the creative director, you're trying to be the filmmaker, you're trying to be the editor, you're trying to be the artist, you're trying to be the doggone caterer, you're trying to be that, you're trying to be everything. Stop it. Stop it. Stop it right now. And ask for help. Stop being proud. Last tip. We have the last tip. Girl, let me know in the comments what you're feeling about these tips. Sorry, I'm always burping. Let me know in the comment section down below what you feel about tips 1 through 4. Because number 5, baby, is a good one. And number 5 is, don't be afraid of letting something go that is not working. If it ain't working, let it go. Story time again. The consignment shop was not working. It didn't work. It was a flop. I put my all into it and it was a flop. But that flop led me to doing ear candy. Okay? The flop led me to my passion. And that's the positive side of it. If it's going to flop, you need to gain some, what's the word? You need to be optimistic still about your company. Just because it didn't work doesn't mean you're a failure. Get back up, go back to the drawing board, place God in the center, place him in the center of your business, and keep going, keep going. If it didn't work, get back up, keep going. You got this, okay? Because the consignment shop didn't work for me. But my end goal is to have a brick and mortar store. That doesn't mean if that didn't work, that won't work. It just means I had to go back to the drawing board so that I can plan accordingly. I can, get my credit up. I can get my money up. I can do all these necessary things so that it will not flop again. I'm being very transparent with you, okay? So, I hope y'all enjoyed my tips. And I'm so excited to see you grow. Cool. So, we have come to this part of the video where I am highlighting a small business. And the business that I'm highlighting is a very dope, extremely dope business. And she doesn't know that I'm highlighting her. I have so many different people that I'm going to highlight businesses, small businesses, every video. So at the end of every video, you can see who's being highlighted. And this highlight is going to a very special individual. She's a very caring and loving individual, and she actually just did a blog on Conscious Mind. And so this boss babe that we are highlighting today is none other than Miss Evan from Casual Business. Yes, Miss Evan is amazing. She is such a caring person. She is such a bubbly, just overall, just a warm individual. And here at Conscious Mind, we love her. So I wanted to read her story really quick. This is going to take about a minute, y'all. So I want to read her story, and I want to show you a couple of her pieces. She has an online boutique, an online store, and I just want to read her story. It says, "Hey there, I'm Evan, the owner and creator of Casual Business. I started CB in 2017, right after college. It was right when my wardrobe changed from massive t-shirts to business pants and collared shirts. I kept shopping at mass-produced clothing stores and just couldn't find anything. Just couldn't find what I wanted. When I went over to boutiques, it was way out of my league. Girl, I know. Modesty-wise, and price-wise. Okay. So I started CB, which stands for Casual Business. I needed clothing I could wear to work, clothing, jewelry, purses I could stand behind. Period. In the past 3 years, I have slowly added women-owned, handcrafted, and charitable goods. Cool. And I can honestly say I am just dang proud of myself. Me too. Most importantly, I have added Now you done spoke my language, Evan. You said my Lord. See? Okay, let me calm down. I hope when someone shops my boutique, they see Jesus here because he is why I do everything. And girl, I'm gonna keep my comments to myself right now. I try my best to be hospitable, caring, thoughtful, and sassy all at the same time. Like the snacks I put in my packages. Girls gotta have snacks. Hold up. We get snacks? Anyway. Or the newspaper I wrap my goods in. Oh, I love that. Be sustainable where you can, people. Really, I am just here for the common woman. The woman that wants to purchase clothes that mean something. Clothing she can wear to a press conference and then go out to grab a beer with friends. So cheers to that and you. Welcome to the Boss Crew. Isn't that dope? And I want you guys to look here at what she has to offer. Stunning, stunning, stunning. We love you, Evan. We love you, and we just wanted you to be our second business shout out for these videos. All right, so thank you guys for sticking it out to the end, hanging with your girl. But before I go, if you have not subscribed yet, but you have watched all 29, I think we're on 29. I could be wrong. If we're on 30, forgive me. Y'all already know how I get. But if we're on 30, thank you for sticking out 30 episodes. But if you ain't subscribed, what is you doing? Make that Google account and subscribe to the Dopest channel on YouTube. Okay? All right, y'all. I'm going to see you in the next video. Stay blessed and wear your mask. Yes, I'm done. Yes, I'm done. Yes, we're done with season 1. Yes, we're done. Yes, we're done. We're taking a week off to prepare for season 2. But I want you to enjoy this clip of my nephew. I want you to enjoy this clip of my nephew. Something to say? Say it.
What's going on here? It's not funny.
What's going on? Hey boy, hey boy, hey.
What's going on? Hey.
That's it.
One more time.
Okay, go ahead.
What's going on here? It's not funny. It's not funny.